upper board. I'll hold that there while I figure out where I'm at. I think that looks good right there. Put a short piece right there. Seven feet exactly. Boy, make that work out like that, eh? 7 feet exactly. Good afternoon, guys. Catching up with me today. I have something to share. I have a couple of things to share with you today. Stick around. If you're just tuning in, stick around. I am doing a little building, but I'm going to be doing some different building. And but I do like to give a big shout out, a big thanks to one of my followers that knew my drill was on its last legs. We have a really nice bag here. It comes in a set with a Mastercraft 1/2 inch, 2 speeds, really nice drill. I'm going to be using that one right away. Also comes with the driver. Thank you so much, Glenn. Thank you so much. I know you've been following me. I think you've watched every video, some of them a couple times, because you thought you might have missed something in there that I was talking about in another video, but muchly appreciated. I owe you a big fishing trip. But to the rest of you, we'll be talking to Glenn later, but the rest of you, I have to take this off here. And this is what I have to do. Maybe it won't fit. Oh, yes it does. So I've been kind of waiting for this. Try out the new drill. Screw fits on it really nice. The bits, a couple of bits came with it. So I made a mark right there. No slippage, nothing. So what I like to say to all of you that are following, still following, have been following for a while, don't forget the thumbs up. I appreciate all the subscribers, the new subscribers, those of you that have been following my channel for a long time. You kind of know I've done things that slowed me down. I should have had more of this done, but for those of you that are just jumping aboard, I'm going to do an updated video in the near future of how I got to where I am today, off-grid, 100%, and kind of how I did it. So those of you who are thinking of going off-grid or going, you know, to build cabins in the bush and different things like that, I will explain. It's try not to make the video too long, but it's probably going to be a half an hour, and I'm going to kind of go through some of the things I did to build all that. But that video will be coming soon. I have a review coming up. Pretty awesome. But that'll be coming up. I have some building to do. I'm going to be using you know, going back here a little, I'm using my other drill and stuff like that. But without you guys, I wouldn't have a window. I've waited on the window. I've waited on payment from AdSense. I don't get a lot, but a little bit here and there, and it's added up. And I purchased the window. The window was $260. So thank you all very much for following, subscribing, the thumbs up, and you know, helping me build my channel. I have a long ways to go. I have a lot of work to do for my channel. If you're just joining me, wood cutting in the winter, you know, skidooing, some quadding in the summer, fishing in the summer, road trips, just following my life along. I've been here 11 years off-grid, and so I'm going to try and do a little more explaining so, you know, people know who I am. You know, a lot of people, if you look in the comments, you're watching this, if you look in the comments, a lot of my followers call me by my first name, which is Don, just because they know who I am and they've been following me. So if you're just joining me, that's who I am. I'm Little Griff, we're Don, and we're going to just do a little bit of other stuff here, probably fill in this video a little bit, but I really wanted to share this today with you guys. I purchased the window you guys helped me pay for, and of course Glenn sent me the tools to put it in and the tools to help me finish this without a lot of grief that I went through with my old the old drill hasn't died yet, so I was just trying to keep on until it did die. And but thanks again to all of you, and I hope you enjoy. And if you're just catching up, jump back through the videos. Got some great fishing videos, road trip videos. Like I said, it's just if tomorrow I decide to change plans, I change plans. So I have some building and all that kind of stuff, some milling, building the mill shed, a lot of different things. So thanks again, and we will catch you all in the next video. Yeah, thanks for coming along.
Are you going to play with it? Play with it. Play with it. Yeah, play with it. Play with it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty square, but I want to see how level. I did this pad. We'll show you where we have the stakes in there, and we'll show you what we're going to do. I got a new toy. I have to read a little bit more about it. There's a lot to read about it, but this is the laser level. Switch your different modes so you can change it if you want a darker line, a lighter line, if you're inside or outside. It's self-leveling. You set it up, it'll blink. There's a little light on the back, it'll tell you, it'll come on, just like using a stud finder, you know, and the light will come on and stay on when it's level. And so you can just slide it in. And so we're going to take it inside. I'll show you a little inside. I was just trying to shoot here and drive some stakes in, but it's bright enough outside. I can't see the line over on the other posts at all, so might have to wait till it's half dark to work outside. I've never really used a laser level much, but I know I've watched guys use them inside, and we'll go inside our porch there, and we'll show you a little bit where you can line things up. This is LASGOO. And sponsoring today's video. So this little laser here comes in a nice little carry kit box. Comes with USB, plug it in, turn on the power station, plug it in. So if you're building a cabin way out in the bush or whatever, you have a power source, if you have USB, you charge it up your USB and put it to work. So it's the way I charge it up. This little laser level comes with a bracket, so if you're doing a big room inside, you just take and I did a little shot here just to see what it would do for measurements. So it screws onto this little bracket, and then you can find your spot. If you're putting drywall up or something like that, maybe your house is not quite level or square, or they're never perfect, turn this on and find out if your wall's level, if your studs are straight. And what I found, I'm going to show you here, is I measured and put a screw in at 4 feet. And then I measured the laser on the other side, and I found out that my porch is not quite level. It's off just a little bit. But what I did find is right off the start here, it measures, if you come across the tape measure, and you check little things like this, so we're actually here at just under 4 feet. We're not quite level here. It's self-leveling this. But you can take it up. It starts blinking, tells you you're not level. You bring it back down, tells you you're level. So we're right dead on 4 feet. But where I mounted it 1/2 an inch short of 4 feet. And so let's just take you and turn you around here. So now I have another mark. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but so I have another mark here, and oh, we're close. We're just a touch over 4 feet, just a smidgen. So that's why my porch is not quite level. But if you want to just put everything up and you're putting wood on, you want to start and use something different part way, whether it's trim that you're putting in or anything like that, then it gives you a totally level line. If you built your floor and everything level, then when you put that on, like I said, just measure and then do a check with a tape measure. It tells you where it's at, and just follow it around. And laser, if it's level, it's level. And so on the back here, see, if I take this and I just move it so it's not quite level, it starts blinking, the red light comes on. As soon as I slide it back, so it's just like using a stud finder kind of, you know, and your light will turn green, you start going off level, it'll turn red and start blinking on you. So there's a lot of settings. They've got a really good manual. These are very affordable. They've got a manual here. They don't really show pictures and stuff of mounting like this. You can set this right on the floor, and it will shoot. You measure the height from here to the laser, you'll know exactly what you have. In the book here, maybe it says. And it will shoot you a line. So, putting on trim. There's a lot of information in this little book. I don't know if this is going to be too dark in here, but I'll do this with one hand. So they have this in like 6 different languages. Start with is in English, and it gives you all your battery charging, checking your battery power, and all your safeties and all that stuff. Troubleshooting, if your laser doesn't turn on or something, 3-year warranty, and then it gives you an overview. Gives you a lot of things to do, not to do, safeties, good instructions here, more readable, not too much for pictures of how you would mount it or anything like I was saying, but you know, checking your battery power, indicators on the back, there's 4 lights that show up, and so if you have used a laser or not, I mean, this looks like pretty simple to set up. It's got different settings. If you just want to set it for horizontal, or if you want to set it for vertical, it'll just give you one. If you're just setting for studs and stuff like that, move it over to the line, it'll tell you where your stud is, 10 feet, 12 feet tall. It'll tell you if you're straight or not. Yeah, there's specifics and stuff. Comes with this little remote here, so I can just hit the remote when it's on. Turn that on. I've got a line here on the wall, I've got a line here on the wall, I've got a line this way on the wall. Now I can use the remote and I can change it. I can shut it off if I'm just worried about the lines going this way. Now we just have this line, we don't have the other one, and so it's just you put it back, you can play with the different, you put it on a power mode here. Remote, you can just, if you're in a darker room, light shows up good, you can knock it down if you got good eyes for seeing. So, yeah, it's a pretty simple device here. You know, it's just an on-off switch. So it's self-leveling. Like say, it's got the little indicator there in the back, and you move it around, and it'll tell you whether you're level or not. There's different ways of looking at leveling and squaring, and you know, if this is something that interests you, if you're going to do some building, see if I can do this with one hand without dropping it. Let's bring it out here. So LASGOO. I would assume that's the way you pronounce it, is LASGOO. This is an LG30 3x360 laser level, and there's some different options here to use manual on the back. Little buttons are set up here, and you got a charging port here where your USB plugs in and charge it up. And it's very small, as you can see. It's just, you know, 4 or 5 inches tall. It's big as my hand. So bring it in the room, turn it on, see if that stud is straight up and down. Let's center it right, center it on that stud, and let's see if it's straight up and down. Well, that's pretty centered. Centered at the bottom, and we go all the way. Oh, the line is not very bright right there, but well, George, it is pretty centered. So yeah, just checking that. See, we're pretty, not quite there. We're there's just left the center all the way up. If you can see, there's a little line right there, and the laser comes right up on that line. Right at the edge of it, not quite. Just like the bottom, off by just a smidgen. I measure in small smidgens instead of a 16th or an 8th. But so very handy. There will be a link in my description where you can get these. There's a couple of websites, and there's a discount code in there. And like I said, you know, a lot of lasers, $600, $700, $800, $1,000. You know, better ones, 4 or 5. You know, they're shoot further and all that stuff, and you know, they're heavy to pack around, and I mean, they got a nice tripod and all that stuff. So this here, you can set this up if you're putting in pilings. You know, get a measurement, see where you're at, set that up so your laser's right on the mark. It's got a little magnetic. I screwed it to the wall here. It's got a little magnetic on the back of that bracket, so you can just put it on there and level all your pilings. Cut them off where you need to cut them off. So it's it'll be a handy little tool. I'll be doing some more building here and whatnot, and yeah, handy tool. So hope you guys enjoyed, and you know, check out some videos on it, and it shows a little bit more, you know, videos and reviews that people have done showing how they actually use it. They're more carpenter than I am, but just read the instructions and enjoy your build. So check it out. We'll have a little in there, so little information for you. Like I say, they're very priced reasonable. 3-year warranties on them. Like, good little deal.